I've heard that there were about 600 people in the league.
Yes, 600 people playing once a week. So about 40 teams in 5 divisions. And,
so first team is no matter it's female or male, is just playing together, or is will separated for a women's division?
Yeah, there's a women's division and the rest are co-ed. And then I space out all the teams and divisions by skill level. So then every match is actually quite close. So then, because if it's like one team's a little better, just gonna be a little bit, the score's not even gonna be close. So it's not that fun to watch. So it's funner for both teams. For it to be right now to be close divisions.
So is that will be changing across the divisions, like the champion of the
champion of third goes to second, champion of second goes to first. The worst team from number 1 goes down to number 2. So there's a relegation and promotions.
Every year?
Yeah, every season.
So is it, one season is usually a year or
twice a year, 2 seasons a year. So we have right now. This is currently our spring summer season, and then we'll have the fall winter season. So a season would last basically about 4 to 5 months.
So for dodgeball, can play inside the room, so it's not considered a lot about the weather. So
no weather.
Why you change the season like half and not just last for 1 year?
Because it's too long. I mean. People want to, if it's 1 year season, then there's no new teams. Because people hear about it, but they can't really join because it's right in the middle of the season. So with 2 seasons, the shorter the season, the more teams can join, because then it's all word of mouth.
So how many new teams you join every season?
On average, about we get about 1 or 2 teams drop out, and then 8 teams join. So.
Last season
we had 10 teams join. Season before that, 12 teams. So it's different every year.
Yeah, we can see that the team players are usually from American or ABCs or foreigners.
It's mostly expats for the Hong Kong League. I'm trying to get a Kowloon League going for more locals.
So how you connect with those teams? They will come to you, or you will going out and searching for leagues?
They come to me so far. It's all we don't advertise. It's all word of mouth since we started 6 years ago. So we got some press, luckily, and then they have an info. They email me, and then I'll tell them how to join. So at the end of every season, there's a trial session. So it's free for beginners or new teams to either to come try the game. They like it, they'll join the team. If you want to play, you will play. So either I put you on the team, or you'll probably hit it off with somebody you become friends with, and then basically the main thing is you're here to make friends also. So a lot of people they didn't know each other before. They just put themselves in a random team, and then they become friends.
Is there any requirement for team to apply to join the league? Like you have to have a lot of people. There's no requirement about team number.
Each team has to be at least 12 minimum. 12 players. We had a team up to 40 players, but then obviously only 6 on court, so they don't get to play much. But those guys didn't mind. They're just here drinking beer and having a good time. So then there are some teams, experienced teams I let with less than 10 players. Because then, they have due to injuries, but I know those 10 players will show up every week. So on rule of thumb, I need 12 minimum players on the roster, because on any given that week, it might be 3 not come, and then you'll be short. So if, God forbid, you come with only 5 or 6, then it's unfair to the other team, because it slows down the game a lot.
Can you tell us a little about the beginnings of the league?
We started with 4 teams, and it's a spin-off of one of the basketball leagues. So 4 teams, we played each other twice. There was a really good season. And then we didn't go to the tipping point there, because the next season there was also 4 or 6 teams. I mean, slow word of mouth. But then we started getting the rules actually more concrete. Because we basically made the rules up as we went along back then. So now after about 4th season, and then rules are really concrete. People really enjoyed playing it. It was a set rules, and it's like an actual sport to them. And then it's a great adrenaline kick. You guys should try it. And then it's just all word of mouth. And then it went from 6 teams to 12 teams to 18 to 24. and then after 12 teams, we needed divisions. So then makes it more fun. Because then there was a balancing point where with 12 teams, the next season was only 16 because a lot of teams didn't like to lose. So then it's no fun where a new team plays like a veteran team, even though the other team might not be good, but they're experienced. The scores would be 18-0. So it's humiliating for one team, and it's not fun to win by that much for the other team. So then the next logical step was just to place them in according to skill level in divisions, and that worked out perfect. So every year at the end of the season, during tryouts, we look at the skill level of the new teams, and we place them in the exact skill level. So it makes it fun for them and fun for the rest of the league.
So far as you know, is it easy for the teams to keep the team active? Like,
yeah, it's quite easy. It's quite easy because then, say you have 12 people, 5 quits, but it's not hard to get 5 extra ones. Because then, originally your team would be you, him, and 3 people you don't know. But then they quit, and then you bring your own friends, and then so basically you join up to that team.
Is it easy for beginners to catch up?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Because you cannot tell who's good, who's not good. There's no body type that says you're a good dodgeball player. I've seen like a Dragonballz team, guys full 6-pack, 6-foot Asians, right? Good looking. They didn't win a single match, but they threw hard. They threw, it was great. They ran fast, but they had no teamwork and just something missing. They weren't accurate when they threw. But then I've seen some guys, my height are shorter than me, fatter than me, can't move, but they dodge and they throw really well. You cannot tell who's good. I mean, just because you're a good athlete does not make you a good dodgeball player. Conversely, just because you're not athletic does not mean you can't be awesome at dodgeball.
So can you tell us about the championship you won last time?
Well, we were always Asian champions. We played, back in 2009, we played the Asian countries, because then it's tough to actually say, okay, here, in Asia, we gotta keep in mind it was never gonna go Olympics, or not in my lifetime anyways. But then, so my concentration has always been the Asian games. So you get enough Asian countries to play, be in the East Asian Games, Asian Games. I mean, because you got the shuttlecocks of Asian game, right? You get win medals for that. So we've been contacting the Asian countries and trying to make sure, hey, for this to be an actual real sport, we all have to play the same equipment, same rules. So we've been playing a lot of international matches between Asian countries, and then we have like a Asian Dodgeball Federation now for the last 3 years where we play each other, same rules, same balls, and fortunately Hong Kong was always number 1 undefeated. And then this year, Malaysia actually invited the other teams to greet U.S. and also the Canada and New Zealand. Say, come, why don't you try our rules? We think it's the best, and our balls, and they came over and tried it. So the team that flew in from the U.S. was the world champion of last year, because they won the Vegas, so-called world champion. Just like in baseball, they have the World Series, but it's only the U.S. teams. So then it was eye-opening for them because they thought they were the best, but then it turns out Canada was really good. It turns out we were decent, and so we got lucky to win that. And then I guess Hong Kong's now the world champions for this year, anyways.
So for the Hong Kong team, the players are coming from different leagues.
No, it's just one league in Hong Kong, but I chose the best 12 players, and I brought them over.
Is it? So you commit to choose them, or they have to apply by themselves, and you do
both. I mean, with Division 1, we've been playing for a long time because it's different division. I chose the best 12 male players, the best 12 female players in Division 1.
They all come from Division 1.
Yes, yeah.
So last time we also talked about the Hong Kong dodgeball team to be considered the best in the world.
Yes. I mean, because we're so experienced. Good thing that we keep the season so much short, because then we can make adjustments to the rules. So now we have a board. We have like a think tank of 7 people just to say, okay, this works, this doesn't work. What we should change, how we make it better for next season. So after that, because once the season starts, it's not fair to change the rules, afterwards. So we basically, after the season ends, we sit down, all of us sit down and think about, okay, how to improve. We haven't changed much rules lately, because I think we're basically quite perfect right now. And the other teams are starting to see that. Other teams from all over the nation, where they try to emulate our rules. Because the number one thing is, I just don't say that it's the best rules. I actually have video documentation. If they say, oh, what happens with this incident? I just show them the video. I mean, right there. This is what happened. This is why this should be this ruling. So I mean, it's all based on video evidence, and people like that. I mean, they respect that. I mean, spend a lot of money and just manpower just doing the videos. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's you know, it's what you do to actually make your point across. Like, this is why it works. This, you need a shot clock. You need this. You need that kind of thing.
For the umpire, is it stuff from your commission, or people can just take examinations to become an umpire?
Oh, we train them. It's paid. They're paid, and they're actually professional referees. If they're not reffing here, they're reffing for basketball. They're reffing for other sports. So I get them to like this referee association. They have one of those.
So is the committee? What is the financial fund for your committee? It come from the government, or it comes from donations or something?
Just team fees and donations right now. This is a non-profit, so basically all the money we spend is just reinvested back for staff or for HD cameras. We upgrade it every year. You should try the trophies and medals that we have. It's quite high end. But it's because we are doing non-profit, so then I donate a lot of balls to schools and charities and whatnot. Just basically anybody that asks for it, and then. Right now, most of the funding is from the team fees, and then we also have sponsors because they know what we're about. They know that we're just a bunch of nice people with this demographics, and we are non-profit. So, and we're also doing a lot of charity work for other charities because Hong Kong Dodgeball Association is just a non-profit organization, but we're not a charity. But we do a lot of work for other charities too. Last week we raised about $40,000 for Harmony House and for Fruit Link. So Fruit Link is this company, a charity that gives food to other homeless people. And Harmony House is like a house that houses embattled women. So we throw a party just based on our demographics of, you know, this. We're all yuppies. We all have day jobs, and we just come here to like, you know, hang out at night and have fun. So we threw a party, and all the proceeds went to them. And it was a good cause, and it was fun.
Could you talk more about the school things, like you donate balls to children? Do they build school teams or something?
I get them too, but then I mean, ultimately, it's not. I would like it to be school versus school game, but it's actually quite competitive, and you're basically teaching kids the wrong thing. You know. Yes, you're teaching them teamwork and strategy and whatnot, but I mean, you are trying to tell them, hey, it's okay to throw it really hard at a person, and you know, I think it's game geared more for adults, but I mean, it's never too young to start because it teaches you great agility, reflexes, and eye coordination, and it's a lot about teamwork because it's not how good a player you are, it's how good your team is to work together. You can feel each other out, sense them without talking and everything. But sometimes, especially in the States, they banned it from the schools in the States, unfortunately, for elementary school, because it's the bullying nature of the sport. Sorry. Yes.
Okay, so you're the league commissioner, you're a player and a coach. How do you juggle all that?
Oh, you love the sport. You just want to do more, actually.
No conflict of interest.
Well, there's no conflict of interest. I'm the only coach for Hong Kong, the Hong Kong team. I play on there, but then also, to be commissioner, I mean, you're working basically 40 hours a week on top of what you're doing for day job, and with no pay. So you really have to love what you're doing. And I do, so I mean, there's no conflict of interest because it's the same thing. You cannot be a commissioner if you don't play the sport. It's as simple as that. Because you gotta know the sport, you gotta know the rules, you gotta just see what happens on the court and everything. And you don't gain respect from the players if you actually don't play the sport. And it helps if you're actually decent at it, which I guess I am. So.
Job is unpaid. So what is?
Nobody's paid. Nobody's paid except the referees and the other staff.
So you must have another daily job. Yeah?
I have a job. I work at the hospital. I'm not a doctor. I work on the business side. I'm a purchaser. I purchase equipment, negotiate deals for them.
Businessman.
Sort of, for the hospital. So it's like an agent, reverse agent. You know how like sales agents will try to sell your product? I'm trying to get them to sell me at a lower price for the hospital. Stuff like that.
guys so much.
We'll stop by one more time tomorrow before you get finished.
Okay, thanks.
I'll send you an email for the final lesson when it's done.
Alright. Well, best of luck. I'll see you tomorrow if not.
Thank you.
Alright, John Chu's on court. But could it be too little, too late? Ah, and Steve makes an awesome catch. Stoley's out. John Chu, what the hell was that throw? Jossie blaming the arm. Actually, it does look like he's in pain. Oh, good power hit right to the chest. D1 versus D1. Oh, KFC throwing hard. No respect throwing high. Chest level. Very good coordination. A 3-on-2. They need a catch, bring back John Chu to have a chance here. Oh, 3 balls missed. Blindsided. Oh, getting up the good guy. Oh, 2-on-2. This is doable. This is doable. He's wasting time. They need to win this one. Ooh, that was close. Looking to catch. Oh, could have caught that one. And makes a catch. John Chu's back. Saves the day. All right. Could be a good come from behind victory here. A little less than 3 minutes left. Balls beat me. This one, the next one to win. Good catch by Steve. Ooh, another one right to the head. John Chu on fire. Distracted. Ooh. Six on 4. No ball. Oh, lucky. Catch. John Chu show here. Getting the 9 up. Ooh, almost. Good dodge. Alright, all 6 balls. Oh, good throw right on target. 1 left. Looks like we're going to see a tie break. Baller with a spin on the ball. Couldn't block that. And John Chu predicted he was going to dodge luck. Does it? 1 minute left on full time. I guess this one is the last set with sudden death finish here. This is it. This is it. catches it. And a catch. Jossie, deep catch finish John Chuback. Oh, what a turnaround. And they lost their best player, KFC. Roy, a little too eager. Oh, free shot on the girl and misses. And sudden death, no blocking. Tie break, sudden death. I love this. And blocked it. Force of habit. 6 balls, all 6 balls. John Chu runs it down. Oh, good fake. This is a 4-on-1. For the tie break, for the win. Jossie misses that catches. Like I said, baller number 9 has a spin. And John Chu wins it. Oh, skims him. 8-7 in this nail-biting close victory. Come from behind. Suicide kill fail. That makes a highlight though. Awesome. Oh, suicide. She made the kill though, but a face plant, not that good.